Hey, I'm back with lesson 24 of Course in Miracles. I'm Our Lady of God Drunk Grace, Athena Grace, and I'm really digging these little cluster of lessons because it seems like different clusters of lessons approach the undoing of the mind from different perspectives, from different angles. That's what I meant. Butterfly. Oops, where'd it go? Don't you like this little area I'm in? It's kind of like my inner child's safe space, like where I come to just clean my aura and feel safe. I feel very safe here in the forest. And a white butterfly just flew by. So yeah, they approach the undoing, the mind training from different angles, and this particular angle is reminding us that what we see outside is an effect, it's not a cause. What we hold in our own mind. And so, at first there might be some resistance to that. I know I was very enchanted by it, but it was hard to access. But little by little, that was 11 years ago when I started studying. And little by little, actually, now I think it's also just the quickening we're in, but really actually having more direct contact with that, knowing that, wow, I can change my mind and I will change the world. So hold that possibility as you listen to this and let it call you forth. I do not perceive my own best interests. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Do you realize, I highlighted that straight away. In no situation that arises do you realize the outcome that would make you happy. Therefore you have no guide in appropriate action and no way of judging the result. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation. Oh my God, it's mosquito season again. Not very enlightened. What you do is determined by your perception of the situation, and that perception is wrong. Straight up, Jesus straight up says it's wrong. It is inevitable then that you will not serve your own best interests, yet they are your only goal in any situation which is correctly perceived. Otherwise, you will not recognize what they are. If you realize that you do not perceive your own best interests, you could be taught what they are. But in the presence of your conviction that you do know what they are, you cannot learn. The idea for today is a step toward opening your mind so that the learning can begin. It's true. It's not just fancy words. So wherever you're at, just offer your mind up with openness to see something that will actually, can you imagine? Just like a peaceful world. And nothing has to change on the outside. The exercises for today require much more honesty than you are accustomed to using. A few subjects honestly and carefully considered in each of the 5 practice periods which should be undertaken today will be more helpful than a more cursory examination of a large number, so quality, not quantity. 2 minutes are suggested for each of the mind-searching periods which the exercises involve. The practice periods should begin with repeating today's idea, followed by searching the mind with closed eyes for unresolved situations about which you are currently concerned. The emphasis should be on uncovering the outcome you want. You will quickly realize that you have a number of goals in mind as a part of the desired outcome, and also that these goals are on different levels and often conflict. In applying the idea for today, name each situation that occurs to you, and then enumerate carefully as many goals as possible that you would like to be met in its resolution. The form of each application should be roughly as follows. In the situation involving blank, I would like blank to happen, and blank to happen, and so on. Try to cover as many different kinds of outcomes as may honestly occur to you, even if some of them do not appear to be directly related to the situation or even to be inherent in it at all. If these exercises are done properly, you will recognize that you are making a large number of demands of the situation which have nothing to do with it. You will also recognize that many of your goals are contradictory, that you have no unified outcome in mind, and that you must experience disappointment in connection with some of your goals, however the situation turns out. After covering the list of as many hoped-for goals as possible for each unresolved situation that crosses your mind, say to yourself, I do not perceive my own best interests in this situation. And go on to the next one. Now, see, remember, the only one who can see the whole picture is God. I'm so present lately to how limited my own understanding is, and it's all rooted in the past. So it has a pretty limited scope, and I don't want to keep reliving the past. I want to live at the edge of the unfolding mystery and let it bloom me, as, just let me unfold me to the divine and to my true self. So here's an example, just in case, just to get your creative juices flowing. Speaking of juices, my concern is around sex, right? It's like I'm in a celibate period, and it's hard. It's really hard. It's like hard to miss that touch and closeness and excitement and, I don't know. I mean, there's plenty of, I'm not going to theorize. So I'm missing that, but the universe is definitely not giving me anybody to even throw me off. I feel like the whole universe is conspiring to keep me straight, and I know that I need that for my healing and for learning to contain my energy, contain my power, contain myself, and learning to have healthy boundaries, learning to really feel where I begin and where I end and another person begins. And okay, I don't need to explain all that. I'm going to say, but there's this part of my mind that's always like, really, I want physical intimacy and emotional intimacy and spiritual intimacy with another body. But then I think about, okay, like I play it out in my mind and what I would like to happen. But then I think, okay, so I'd like to have a lover. But then I think, well, if I had a lover, I also want space. So I would like a lover. I would like space. I would like to contain my energy and heal my body. But I start to imagine having a lover and like the energy that would require and the processing and the insecurity and the like mind chatter about like, did I do it right? Am I good enough? Am I attractive? Am I lovable? Like all that. I don't need that right now. I need to be with me in a more balanced and stable way. But you see, the example is clever because I really appreciate the universe's help in not giving me any bait, anything to pull me out of my center, because I'm not strong enough yet. I think when I'm a little stronger, then you can test me, universe. So take it to heart that today, right now, is a pivotal moment in your consciousness, and you can really take a big stride by recognizing that all the characters in your play are reflections of your own subconscious or undigested beliefs and thoughts and programs about the world, and if you made them, then you can unmake them, and in their place can be something more beautiful and satisfying and true than you could even imagine or dream of. See you tomorrow.